Jai Baba, my love and Jai Baba to all the Baba lovers in the United States and all over the world who know us.
Say who you are.
I'm Dr. Goher. I have known Baba since my childhood. I suppose I was 6 or 7 when Baba first came to Quetta with the Mandali, with MeherBabaLibrary, and his early women disciples. And I remember Baba serving food to us. We used to go to Baba with our plates, and Baba would serve food to all of us. Baba used to look very beautiful as always as he looked beautiful. And most of the time in those days he used to wear only the sadra and most of the time he had his hair open. Baba used to play with us games then, especially the game of the 5 fingers. You see, he would ask us to pick up the middle finger, and we'd never be able to do it. And several other games, and we used to enjoy those games playing with Baba. But he was so quick always, and we could never we'll catch up with him. My father, it was his hobby to play the magic tricks, and he used to entertain Baba, and Baba used to enjoy them. He was almost a professional in playing tricks, magical tricks. I don't know what you call that. In those days, Baba was known as the Sadguru. Sadguru. And we were taught by our parents that we used to say our prayers to Baba, although there were Zoroastrian prayers, but we always remembered Baba. Then I remember then I used to come to Amarnagar very often because it was my mother's sister's house here, and we used to spend our holidays here because Quetta was very cold in the winter and we used to get 3 months holidays. So during those holidays we used to come to Amarnagar. Then I used to get lots of opportunity to meet Baba. Whenever the Gulma or Sarosh or Adi or somebody went to see Baba, meet Baba at Arangao, somehow they used to take me also. But in those days, Sarosh's father was very much against Baba, and it was a joint family. So we were not supposed to mention Baba's name in the house. So whenever we went to Arangao to meet Meherabad, that is to meet Baba, we were told by my aunts and others that we must not mention Baba's name to that old man, otherwise he would just throw us out of the house. So as children, of course, we had to be very careful and very alert. But somehow, you see, the old man would catch hold of the children only and say, "Yes, I know you visited Baba today." And sometime one of the children would sort of blurt it out. Then then naturally when I was 14, that was in 1930 or 31, I don't remember, Baba came to Quetta. At that time, Quetta used to get several earthquakes and tremors. And when Baba came with Chanji and Afsari and 2 other men. And that was the first time he came to make arrangements to go to Iran. And then he came to make arrangements in Karachi for his passport, etc. That was to make his first visit to England. Can I go in? Can I go in the cave? Baba had come to Quetta and stayed there for almost a month there in the year 1930 or 31. And I was about 14 then, and my other sister Katie must be about 10. And Baba was very fond of us, and he used to play several games, especially the game of carom. It's played on a board with and once Baba took us to a picture also, but in the middle of the picture he suddenly left, and we also had to follow him. Baba was in a tonga with the Mandali like Chanji, and there was another boy, Kalingar or somebody, and we were on a bicycle. Out of all the children, Baba was fond of Katie and myself. At that time, Baba asked me what I was going to be, what I was studying. I was at that time in junior Cambridge. So Baba told me, you become a doctor. Well, that remained in my memory. After that, for several years, we did not meet Baba because Baba had made so many trips to the West. And we did not also get the opportunity of coming to Ahmednagar. But at that time when Baba had come, my father's business was very prosperous. He had a very large business of a confectioner's, toys, jewelry, bar and billiard, and everything. It was a huge concern. And it was in those days, Quetta was on the frontier, northwest frontier. It was a very important military station. There was a very big British army there. And so naturally the business was, very good. But Baba told my father and my parents that he must sell off the business. He must continue. So Baba told my father that he must sell off the business and take away the whole family and leave Quetta altogether. By that year, my father was already established in that city since 20 years. My father would have done it, but I think my mother was more materialistic. So she and other friends, they could not believe that they should sell off the business and leave with the whole family. And in those days, there were so many people who did not believe or follow Baba, especially the Zoroastrian community. And my father did not sell the business, but he sent us off. Baba did not give any reason why he wanted him to leave Quetta altogether. The children. But my parents, because of the several tremors, continuous tremors we used to get in Quetta, the schools were closed. So my parents sent the older children to Ahmednagar to live with my aunt and continue with our studies here. After 2 years, my father did not sell off the business, and he was continuing with the business. And what happened actually, the business did not run so well as it did. After Baba told him to sell off the business. So one night my mother had a dream. And in the dream she saw an old man with a grey beard, very saintly person. He comes and tells her, in a white robe, and he comes and tells her that why don't you leave Quetta? Why don't you go away from here? I've been waiting for you to leave Quetta because I want to destroy Quetta. The next morning, my mother got very scared from this dream, and she knew it was Baba who was telling her. So she told my father immediately. She said, my mother told my father that we must now sell off the business and leave Quetta, because I know that it was Baba who has come and warned us again. In his compassionate way, it is he who has warned us, that, and he's so compassionate that he hasn't done what he wanted to do with Quetta. He's been waiting for us to leave. So then they started, you see, they took it very seriously, and then they started in earnest to sell the business. But there was no buyer then. At the time, when if they had listened to Baba and done it, they would have almost got a million, 1 lakh. Full, very good price with profit. But now he had to sell it off at such a great loss that, I mean, he had to collect, I mean, he couldn't even collect his debts. And that's how, and gradually, I mean, with whatever had happened, even at loss, I mean, they sold off the business, they sold off the house and everything, and they, I mean, my parents and my younger brothers and sisters, they left the place and came and settled down in Ahmednagar. In Ahmednagar, then Sarosh and my other uncle, they helped my father to get to open another bakery, a confectioner's shop, you know, where Sarosh Cinema is at present. They came to settle down in Ahmednagar in the year 1932. At that time, we were all schooling. In 1934, we heard that there was a terrific earthquake, and 50,000 people died in one night in that earthquake in Quetta. The whole city was demolished. Then my parents realized what Baba meant when he said that he wanted them to leave. And afterwards they really were repentant, grateful to beloved Baba for saving their lives and saving the lives of their children. And they have ever remained grateful to Baba. After that we were, I mean, when we came, I mean, Quetta was all together, I mean, forgotten. We settled down in Ahmednagar. And during our school days also, we used to meet Baba frequently. Whenever he happened to be in Ahmednagar or he would be in Meherabad, then we would sneak in to visit him. Sometimes Baba used to come and visit at our house. There was a small house in which later in the year 45, Baba stayed there with Mehera, Mani, Margaret for about At that time I was studying in college. From 1937, Baba took almost full charge of me, seeing responsibility for my education. And you see, Baba first, I had nowhere to live in Bombay. And I had nowhere to live. So Baba, through Paramroj Dada Chanji, you know, Chanji, Baba arranged that I should stay with Arnavaz, that is Arnavaz family. I didn't know any one of them. But Baba made it possible for me to stay there and continue with my education in Bombay. Then in 1938, I joined the medical college to become a doctor. Baba used to pay my college fees. Because, you see, my parents couldn't afford. My parents just refused that I should continue with my education because they couldn't afford to pay my fees. But Baba said that he would do it. And he paid my college fees. And then in 1938, provided for my education. In 1938, then Katie, my younger sister, came to live with the women Mandali in Meherabad ashram. Yes. And I was in Bombay. During all the time I was in Bombay finishing my medical education. Baba had given me very strict orders. I had to obey all of Baba's orders. That I must not touch men. I had to be very pure sexually, and all such strict orders. And whatever orders were given, all the circulars, the fasts, whatever was to be done, I used to get those, and I had to obey those orders. And I observed those orders. And I was given, Baba had told me to write to him, I don't remember now, was it once a week or once a month? But every time, Baba was so compassionate. Every time my letter was answered, Baba would answer my letters. Through someone, you see, someone like Vishnu or Mani or Kitty, or Katie, they would write the letters and Baba would sign those letters. And sometimes when Baba came to Bombay at Chanji's place, then we would have the opportunity to have his darshan. And from that time, during my holidays in the college, Baba had given me permission that I could be with him wherever he was. Like sometimes he was on a blue bus tour in Bangalore, Jabalpur. Yes, in Bangalore, when I went from here on my holiday to be with Baba and the women Mandali. Baba, you see, my mother wanted me to get married then. And so Baba, as soon as I came to Bangalore, Baba knew this. So Baba said, just forget it. It's all like shit. You have not to marry. And I said, yes, Baba. And since then, I've never thought of marriage.
Do you tell them how you got your sign?
Yes, that was in Panchgani. I was living with Arnavas and Arnavas Dada Chanji family. It was in 1938, I think, 37 or 38. And I had a very bad cold and cough. But they were going to see Baba at Panchgani, and I also accompanied them. We reached.
Your holiday, wasn't it?
Yes, it was my holiday, so I also accompanied them. And we reached there quite late in the night. And Baba, as soon as we arrive, it's usually Baba inquires after our health, and I said, Baba, I have a very bad cough and cold. So Baba was a little displeased that I should come so ill there and not have taken treatment in Bombay. So Baba said that I must go back immediately. I was very sad to leave Baba, but then I had to obey his orders. And I was sent back to Bombay to get my tonsils removed. And that was done. But since then, this is the sign that Baba has given me, meaning tonsils, you see. And up till now, this is the sign. You see, Baba wanted me, this was the sign for me.
And anyone named Goher also, that was the sign.
Oh, anyone else named by, having the same name as me, they would have the same sign. So this was my sign. Then yes, and then you see, after my graduation in 1944, then in 1944, then Baba called me. Baba was then staying at here, Meherazad. And after qualifying, Adi brought Baba sent for me, and Adi brought me here. And Baba was here in Aloba's room then. There was no furniture. Baba was just sitting on a small carpet.
It was a spare room.
It was an empty room, and I don't think there were many Mandali here. I don't remember that, because we just came this way and entered into the room. And Adi used to bring me here, because Baba would send messages through Adi for me. And Baba then said that now you are qualified, you must come and live with me. I said, yes, Baba. I was very happy. But then again my mother came in my way, And but she said, then why should you leave permanently? Because
Go ahead.
after my graduation in 1944, I came to stay at Ahmednagar at my parents' house. At that time, Baba had come to Meherabad in 1944, and he sent word through Adi that I should. So I sent word to Baba that I had graduated. Now what should I do? So Baba sent word through Adi that I should come and see him. And naturally, Adi brought me to Meherabad, and I met Baba in Aloba's room, which was empty then. There was no furniture, and Baba was sitting on a small carpet. He looked
It was a
so beautiful. And I went in, and Baba embraced me and made me sit down. And then he said, well, now you are a doctor. I have so much work with you, so you must leave everything and come and stay with me permanently. I said, Baba, I'm most happy to do it if you will have me. So I went back home and told my parents that I was going to leave them and go and stay with Baba. Well, my mother came in my way again, and she started crying and wailing and fighting and quarreling, and we had all night. She said, she sort of, but she said, why do you have to leave permanently? You must at least come and see me sometimes. And I said, well, I can never promise. I may not see you at all. So my aunt, I said, no, whatever happens. I wrote to Baba then that my mother is making such a fuss over all this. Then Baba sent for me again, and I said, yes, Baba, I want to come and be with you. So Baba said, I'll call you up when the right time is right. So after a few days, then Baba called me in Bombay. He was going to Raipur then, and he was there at Kaka Baria's house. So I met Baba there at Kaka Baria's house, and from there we proceeded to go to Raipur. At that time, Mehra, Mani, Meheru and myself. There were only 4 women, and the others were all men Mandali.
The others were, the ladies were in Meherabad.
Kitla mahina Raipur. After 2 or 3 months, then Baba, you see, I had just qualified from the college, and I hadn't taken any hospital experience. So after 2 or 3 months, Baba said that I must go back to Bombay and work in hospitals to get some more experience as a medical doctor. So after 2 or 3 months in Raipur, I was sent back to Bombay, and Rano came instead. I worked in Bombay for 2 or 3 years. I used to write continuously to Baba that I don't want to work now, I want to come and be with you. But Baba said, no, you must work. And in 1947, June, Baba said that I must leave everything now and come to live permanently with Baba. So that I went to Satara then in June 1947. At that time, Baba told me to look after Norina, who had just arrived from America. And Norina and Elizabeth were given a separate bungalow to stay, and I had to look after Norina. At the same time, Baba told me to go and work in a missionary hospital. I used to go there and work, and in the evenings we would go to Baba's bungalow where the women Mandali stayed with Baba. After that, we came to stay at Meherabad. In Meherabad, Norina, Elizabeth, Rano, Kitty were all here, and Mehra, Mani, Meheru, and myself. And then Baba, did not give me so much of medical. I think just to break my ego that I'm not a great doctor. First thing that Baba did for me was that I should look after poultry. I had never handled a single hen in my life. I did not know anything about it. So I had to handle a poultry farm. It was a small farm. Somehow Baba built a pen. Baba built there was a chicken pen and a duck pond and about a dozen hens and half a dozen of ducks. And I had to take care of these. And I used to do it. I had to get a book and study everything about the chickens. Huh? Yes, and then I had to get their food, you see the food supply like
The chicken feed.
the chicken feed and everything. And in Baba was very particular. You see, everything that was being sent for, we had to take Baba's permission, and then see, Baba would tell Kaka every detail, every purchase. I mean,
Every household item.
every
Baba
household
would look into
item. And so the chicken feed was finished suddenly, and Baba was in Kaka's room at that time, seeing the Mandali or any outsider.
There were some visitors from outside.
And there was a visitor, Murthy, from. Shall I continue? There was Baba was sitting in Kaka's room on the Mandali side, and he was talking to Murthy from Kharagpur. He is a great lover of Baba, and Baba was telling him something on the spiritual, explaining to him something very important on spiritual subject, about the 6th and the 7th planes. But I was quite new in those days and didn't know anything, and I didn't even hear what Baba was saying. So I suddenly entered into go and stand in the doorway, and Baba was sitting on Kaka's bed, squatting and talking cross-legged, and talking to Murthy. And Baba was very deeply engrossed in explaining to him about the 6th and the 7th plane. And suddenly I entered in the doorway, and that itself caused a disturbance to Baba. So naturally Baba said, "What is it?" So I said, "Baba, the chicken feed is finished."
So
One second.
Baba was serious.
Baba was serious, and then suddenly he started laughing. Baba laughs with his mouth shut, inwardly. And he was laughing. And Baba said that I was on the 7th plane, talking about the 7th plane, and here she comes and brings me
down to earth.
brings me down to earth and tells me about the chicken feed. Now, what sort of a person is she? So Baba was quite amused. So when he came inside to Mehra and Mani, so he told them this incident. And since then, Mehra Mani always remind me about this and tease me.
Did Baba have an animal ashram at one time, just for animals?
That was, yes, about that Mehra, yes, that was in Mehrazad.
Bangalore.
That time about that Mehra and Mehra will be able to tell you. This chicken poultry and all, I mean, Baba gave it away when we started a new life.
Did you ever feel that you were Baba's doctor, since you were always with him constantly?
No, how could you ever feel that you were a doctor? How could you ever feel that you were a doctor to Baba? Never. At that time, I was not even doing any doctoring, because Baba made me look after the poultry, the general household. In those days, there were no men gardeners, and only women gardeners were there. And whatever bazaar or anything that Kaka brought, you see, Kaka would be always ringing the bell. There used to be a bell at the gate, and when the bell rang, I had to go and answer it and bring in all the bazaar, whatever message or anything that was to be told to Baba or to the women inside. I had to do that. Then during 47 and 40, yes. Then once you see, we used to live. In 48, I think, I was ill for a couple of days. I had very high temperature and I was in bed. That was I had a temperature of about 103, 104. And I was lying down, and suddenly in the afternoon at about 3 or 4 o'clock, Baba was told that I had very high fever. So suddenly I see Baba and Mehera come to me near my bed, and Baba held a cup of medicine for me. And I was so deeply touched that God should come to me with a cup of medicine. And then Mehera handed it over to me, and I took that.
From that time, the fever got down.
And somehow from that time the fever got down, and I was all right. Then during New Life, you see, then Baba told us that Baba was having New Life discussions in MeherBabaLibrary, and we had to go every day. The women, with the men Mandali, he used to do it down the hill, and with the women Mandali, he used to do up the hill. And after several meetings, Baba then said that he would take only 4 women disciples with him in the New Life. Well, I was just a newcomer, so I said to myself, you see, I'll never be taken because there are so many of the other women disciples. Mehera and Mani, of course, are definite, but we didn't know who the other 2 were. But I felt that those who have lived with him since childhood, they would be the ones, and I used to feel very sad. In the evenings, Baba would come back to Meherazad. So one evening, Baba and Mehera were standing. In one evening, I was watering in that corner over there. You see a flower bed. I was watering, and I was very sad and depressed. I was doing it very slowly, sort of as if I had no mind in it. Suddenly I hear a clap, and that means that Baba is calling. So I turned round and saw Baba and Mehera standing on the veranda of the big house. And when Baba claps, that means you must go to him. So I went over, and Baba told Mehera that this woman is mad. And Baba said, "You're really mad. What are you thinking of? I know." So I said, "Well, Baba, I know that you won't take me with you in the New Life, and I just didn't know what I would do after you left. I know that the life would end for me." So Baba again turned to Mehera and said, "She's a fool. Tell her that." Then Baba said, "Yes, you're going to accompany me." And of course, that was the happiest moment of my life. I was very happy about it. Yes. What else now? Of course, Baba never complained about his anything. I mean, he suffered always in silence, and we felt somehow that Baba was going through some sort of pain or discomfort, and I felt that sometimes some sort of a treatment should be given, and so I used to try my best, but then somehow in front of Baba we always felt very helpless. I felt that no doctor could ever do or give any treatment to Baba. Seeing that suffering and discomfort that Baba had, I used to stand with my hands folded and felt that I really could not help Baba. We could not do anything. It was Baba alone who could do something for himself. And actually it has been that feeling every time every time that we felt that Baba was suffering or was bodily uncomfortable, and somehow we could not help him at all.